Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Avengers issue 46. And this was an interesting one. I was kind of confused as the setup of how it went down. But I'm intrigued to see kind of where this goes with this new kind of arc. So we at first begin seeing pretty much She-Hulk in this room, Red Room style, pretty much having questions and answers, shit going on, pretty much them trying to break her. Then we go back and we see Avengers Mountain. We see Tony's like, Avengers Mountain's going kind of weird. Hey there, Gorilla Man. And Gorilla Man just going around doing his thing. And he gets into like the main kind of teleporter kind of place. And we find out that Avengers Mountain isn't doing well because he's poisoned it. And we learn that he's let in the Winter Guard, that there are only 5 Avengers on the premise, and that Thor's in Asgard and Ghost Rider is wherever's at, and that they've also got the Phoenix and Starbrand on site as well, and that they're there for their person. And we see, of course, Jennifer doing her kind of stuff, doing her She-Hulk training kind of thing, as she's going over kind of like legalese kind of stuff in her head. And Jennifer's like, yeah, you're the strongest you've ever been. New gamma powers, going in with your mantra. And she was evidently thinking upon, at one point, being empowered by the Phoenix Force and whooping Namor's ass, and that was her happy place. When, of course, the rest, we find that the Winter Guard pops in, and that they are there to arrest She-Hulk. I think that's in relation to the stuff going on with the Phoenix Force and Russia, but it wasn't made entirely clear. I'm like, okay, they're arresting her for what went down there, I guess? Or it was just really weird. I'm like, I just needed a little bit more connective tissue of why the Winter Guard was going after She-Hulk. Now, granted, I understand them being like, oh, taking in and breaking She-Hulk into kind of like into a widow program is an interesting kind of concept. But we needed a little bit more explanation of how we needed to get into that thing. So we see that Crimson Dynamo is pretty much in his version of the Hulkbuster armor. He's grappling with She-Hulk, and then they use it to pretty much contain her and trying to shoot her out to get her teleported out. We also see that T'Challa and Steve are talking with Maya and the Starbrand kid, Brandy, and they've been running tests, and Steve's just hesitant because he's like, I don't know, man. There's just some logistics we got to work out with this. T'Challa, of course, is like, hey, these two represent the fundamental forces that we have seen also represented on the Avengers in ages past, and we need them on the team. But the Starbrand kid, Brandy, was a baby and is now, like, somewhere within the 5 to 6 range, not quite 10. And Steve lays it out like, Brandy, you just grew up and everything, working out from like the Heroes Reborn kind of thing. Okay, so Steve being hesitant to send pretty much someone that's got the ability to like take out a planet and other kind of things when they're like a kid and might not be trained to handle that kind of situation, definitely is working in Steve's favor, being like, listen, it's not that I don't want you out there, I want you out there on the best that you can. Same with Maya and her with the Phoenix Force. She's still kind of new to that, and the destructive power of the Phoenix Force just needs to be kind of more finely tuned with that. And I'm like, yes. And Brandy's like, I don't want to do your test. You lost the war with the Phoenix Force kind of thing with the Avengers versus X-Men thing. So, yeah, what you gonna do? Of course, she starts sensing the power that one of the Winter Guards able to use and kind of starts blasting through. Of course, Captain Marvel is locked up kind of in the training kind of place and everything. And Gorilla Man beats the unholy shit out of Tony. And they're almost getting She-Hulk to the teleporter, but she's able to kind of break out and is like pretty much taking on Vanguard and Ursa Major and Red Widow before their kind of Vision analog Vostok comes in and goes goopy and goes inside of She-Hulk to kind of like make her not go nutty. So they're pretty much getting ready to go. Ursa Major's like, Gorilla Man, T'Challa and everybody was supposed to be here. What the fuck's going on? Oh yeah, you're a traitor. And Red Widow stabs Ursa Major in the throat to pretty much leave him for dead. And Gorilla Man's like, yeah, Dracula said that he'd fucking kill me. why am I not dead? He's like, ooh, that's between you and Dracula. And bang. And then Ladies and Gorilla's like, no. And it's like, well, shit, that's not good. So they weren't able to stop them from taking She-Hulk. We see that she had pretty much a kangaroo court kind of appearance as they're pretty much working and breaking her as she's turning into a red kind of Hulk as well. And that's where the issue ends. So I don't have a problem with the premise exactly. We just needed more connective tissue to kind of get it to this point. It's like, especially having She-Hulk in like Avengers Mountain. Like, I really would have understood it if like Jen had gone and was doing some kind of liaisoning role and got suddenly taken out of nowhere where like there was no other Avengers around, and it would Gorilla Man could have set it up somewhere outside and still kind of been betrayed, and Ursa Major still could have been, I don't know if he's dead yet or whatnot. We'll kind of have to see. But I think there were some other ways that this could have played out to be kind of better. And we'll kind of have to go to see where this goes. Because it's like, okay, this is a weird concept. I'll kind of keep my mind open and kind of see where this kind of lands out. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.